There's a way of talking to women that makes them obsessed with you, and it's the opposite of everything you've been doing. The conversations you thought were building connection have been quietly killing attraction. The depth you believed created intimacy has been suffocating desire. And while you've been trying to engage, to understand, to respond meaningfully, she's been losing interest in ways she can't articulate and you can't see. What I'm about to show you will contradict every instinct you have about communication, and that's exactly why it works. The most dangerous place you can be in a conversation with a woman is inside it. Most men don't understand this. They believe that engagement builds connection, that asking follow-up questions, showing genuine interest, and having meaningful dialogue creates attraction. It doesn't. It destroys it. The deeper you go into a conversation, the more you reveal that you care about the outcome. And caring about the outcome is the fastest way to lose a woman's interest. Think of conversation as having two positions, above it and inside it. When you're above a conversation, you're observing without being pulled in. You're present but not invested. You respond but you don't react. When you're inside a conversation, you're engaged, emotional, trying to navigate towards some resolution. You're asking why. You're offering solutions. You're treating her words as if they carry weight that demands your serious attention. The moment you enter the conversation, you've already lost, because entering means you've accepted her frame. It means her emotional reality has become important enough to pull you away from your own. And a man who can be pulled is a man she cannot fully respect. This is why women test when she creates an argument out of nothing, when she sends paragraphs of emotional text, when she accuses you of something irrational. She's not looking for resolution. She's measuring whether you can be dragged into her chaos. The man who engages, who defends himself, who tries to fix the problem, that man has just announced that her emotional state controls his. He's inside the conversation now. And from inside, he cannot lead. He can only react. The men who naturally succeed with women communicate like they're floating above everything. Nothing is serious. Nothing carries enough weight to pull them under. When she comes home upset about work, about her friends, about something that happened, the average man dives in. He asks questions. He tries to understand. He offers advice. And in doing so, he transforms himself from a source of masculine stability into another problem she has to manage. He becomes work. He becomes effort. He becomes something that drains her rather than recharges her. The man who stays above the conversation responds differently. He acknowledges without engaging. He reflects her emotion without absorbing it. Wow, that's wild. That sounds intense. Then he redirects. You know what we should do? Let's go get food. Simple, light, unaffected. He hasn't dismissed her. He's simply demonstrated that her chaos cannot destabilize his world. And that demonstration, that proof of unshakable frame, is more attractive than any amount of understanding or emotional support could ever be. This is counterintuitive because everything you've been taught says connection comes from depth, from sharing, from really getting to know each other. But depth kills chemistry. Real conversation dissolves tension. The moment you're discussing your day-to-day lives, your problems, your logistics, you've become two people managing a shared existence rather than two people caught in a dynamic of desire. She doesn't want to talk to you about real things. When she brings up real things, she wants to be heard for 30 seconds and then led somewhere else. Your job isn't to solve her problems. Your job is to exist at a frequency she wants to be around. The application of this principle is simple but requires discipline. When you're with a woman, communicate like a child would, not immature, simple, light, observational, without being analytical. Look at those trees. That's a nice color. I'm hungry. Let's eat. This is fun. Nothing carries weight. Nothing demands her response. You're not building toward anything. You're just existing, present, calm, unbothered by the need to fill silence with meaning. Slow your speech by 15 to 20%, not because it sounds better, because it communicates that you have no anxiety, no need to prove yourself, no urgency to fill space. A man who speaks slowly is a man who expects to be listened to. A man who speaks quickly is a man trying to get his words out before he loses attention. She reads this, not consciously, but her nervous system registers the pace of your voice and categorizes you accordingly. The relaxed man feels safe. The anxious man feels like work. This becomes harder the more time you spend with her. On a first date, you can float above easily. By the 6th month, she'll have found ways to pull you in. Questions that demand real answers. Situations that require genuine discussion. The smart man, the intellectual, who processes quickly and speaks precisely, will struggle most. His strength in every other domain becomes his weakness here. He wants to engage, because engaging is what smart people do. But engaging is exactly what kills the dynamic that made her attracted to him in the beginning. The married men getting rejected in their own bedrooms don't understand why. They provide, they communicate, they show up every single day, and still she's not interested. Meanwhile, some guy with nothing to his name, no career, no assets, no future, walks into her life with a guitar, and a vibe, and suddenly she's giggling like a teenager. It's not because he's better than you, it's because he never went into the conversation. He never treated her emotions like problems to solve. He never became her therapist, her advisor, her logical sounding board. He stayed light, he stayed above, and in that lightness, he gave her something you forgot how to provide the moment you started taking everything seriously, the feeling of being around a man whose world doesn't bend when she pushes against it. This is why long-term relationships lose their chemistry, not because attraction naturally fades, because men get pulled into conversations they should have stayed above. They start discussing real life, they start problem solving together, they become partners in logistics instead of poles in a dynamic of tension. She still respects him, she still loves him, but she no longer feels that irrational pull, that inability to stop thinking about him, because he's no longer operating at the frequency that created it. The men who keep women obsessed for years understand this intuitively. They never fully arrive, they never become completely knowable. They stay just above the surface, present but never fully graspable. And that quality, that permanent sense that there's something she can't quite reach, keeps her engaged in ways that deep conversation never could. You don't build obsession through understanding. You build it through maintaining a gap she can never fully close.